Welcome back to the third lecture of our physical chemistry. So in previous lecture we have seen the various functions like this polynomial function or the trigonometric function, exponential functions, okay, and how these trigonometric functions are useful for the solving various equations. That we have seen some in introduction part. So out of this all trigonometric function, only first six equations are quite useful for our simplification purpose. So you try to remember that formulas and try to replicate these formulas on a separate page. Okay, so जे फर्स्ट सिक्स फॉर्म्युलाज आहेत ते तुम्ही सेपरेट एका पेजवरती लिहून ठेवा. ठीक आहे, वारंवार आपल्याला यूज होणार आहे ते फॉर्म्युलाज. So we'll be using these formulas repeatedly for a simplification of our various equations during the derivations of our that 1D 2D box problems or harmonic oscillators, okay, during the quantum chemistry. So next part is the some inverse function or the hyperbolic functions, okay. So we might use these functions, but if some complex problems are there, then only we are using this inverse function or the hyperbolic functions. So we are not specifically like studying these much higher functions for deriving the wave functions, okay. So these are not of that much importance. So most important functions are these trigonometric functions and the exponential functions, and their nature of various like functions having the logarithmic nature, having its own formulas, like product formula is different, quotient formula is different, and power formula is different. So you need to have the knowledge of these three formulas also. Like we have seen this logarithmic functions, these three formulas are important for logarithmic problem simplification. And next, when there are total six formulas for the this simplification of our trigonometric functions. So you try to remember these 3 plus 6 9 formulas up to this point, okay. So up to this point you should be having these 9 formulas in your mind, okay, quite clear. And if you like want to solve the problems more fastly, then you should try to like practice these formulas as much as possible, because then only it will be remembered to you, okay? So next part is the differentiation, okay, or the derivative. So differentiation or the derivative of a function is nothing but this limit things, and all these things are there, okay. So we have seen this limit of as h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. So change in the function with respect to that x is nothing but our derivative, okay. So change in function, suppose my y is the function, so change in y with respect to change in y with respect to x, that will be my function, not function, that is my differentiation, okay. So for differentiation, like we have derived the various differentiation formulas which we generally use, okay. So in 11th 12th we have tried to derive these formulas for some basic, and for those students who are like having the MSc, or sorry, not MSc, in during their BSc, if they are having the mathematics, so certainly they have also tried to use this formula and derive the various differential formulas, okay. So we are not going to detail into how to derive that formula. We will directly use the differentiation formulas, which will be like most commonly formulas are given here. But suppose if some another formula is appeared in your exam, then the simplification process will be given to you as a hint, okay. So you need not to be remember the various complex formulas, but you should remember the basic formulas. And in this notes or in this lecture we will see some basic formulas only. If some complex formulas are there in the exam, then its simplification will be provided to you, okay. So here we are seeing the various formulas. So the first formula is derivative of constant, okay. So we all know that the derivative of constant is 0, okay. So if we derivatize the constant with respect to any variable, you will get the 0. Then there are the two rules of derivative, that is UV rule of multiplication and UV rule of division, okay, or the quotient rule, product rule, okay. This addition rule is quite similar, okay. If you want to derive the two functions with respect to x, then first function is derived, then addition of second function. So addition or the uh, addition is nothing but the addition of two derivatives. So there is no change in the formula for addition of two function, and if we derive the two function derivatize the two functions, you will get the addition of that two functions. But what will be the change for the UV rule of multiplication and UV rule of division, that we will see, okay. So for UV rule of multiplication, the formula is such that first we will take the constant function u and derivatize the another function v. So here there are the two functions u and v. So once you want to derive the functions, suppose we are having the two functions u and v, and if you want to derivatize these two functions with respect to x, then what is the formula? That we will first derive take the first function as a constant, then derivatize the second function with respect to x, then next plus we will now make first function as a second function as a constant and derivatize the first function with respect to x. So this formula is quite familiar with you, and we will be mostly using these type of formulas because the wave functions will consisting of the two functions, or we have seen that exponential and trigonometric functions can be used for the various mathematical representation of our wave functions. So in order to solve that wave functions, we have to use this chain rule or product rule of differentiation, okay. This is sometimes called as a chain rule. Now again, next formula is the UV rule of differentiation for u upon v, or quotient rule. So during this, again, that v represent the, if we are taking the second function as a constant, then derivative of first function here, and minus first function into derivative of second function upon square of second function. So these two rules are there. One is the product rule of differentiation, one is the quotient rule of differentiation. And suppose if we are having the function such that function is having some constant value with respect to it, and it is multiplied by certain function, okay. So in that case we will make that constant outside and we will differentiate the functions with respect to that given variable. So this type of functions are useful for the solving our operators, okay. So once we got detail into these various derivations, you will get to know this all these steps, okay. So how will actually we are going to use that formulas. So here now we just try to understanding the various formulas that generally useful for the simplification. So the first formula, that is the constant, derivative of constant is 0, derivative of u plus v is derivative of u plus derivative of v. Then third formula is derivative of one variable function with respect to x having certain constant. So we can take that constant outside and simply derivatize the function. Then next, fourth one is the derivative of the UV rule, that is product rule. So for product rule, we use the u into derivative of v plus v into derivative of u. Okay. So next is the this nth order rule, or the power rule for the differentiation. Okay. Power rule for the differentiation. So this is quite useful for the polynomial functions, in order to solve the polynomial functions. So the differentiation of that is n into x raised to n minus 1, okay, n into x raised to n minus 1. So suppose we are having the function if you want to find out the derivative of x square, then derivative of x square will be so here power of x is 2, so derivative will be 2 into x raised to n minus 1, that is 2 minus 1. So finally we will get the 2 into x raised to 1, that is, you need not write the 1, so we can simply say 2x. So derivative of this x square will be 2x. So if you want to find out like derivative of 5x raised to 5, we can simply write them 5x raised to 4. Okay, so this rule is applicable for this type of functions having the power of n, x raised to n. So what will be the derivative of this x raised to 1? So it will be 1. Okay, because x raised to 0 is turned out to be the 1. Okay, so here this n, and one important thing is there. Okay, so this function is there, exponential function. So derivative of exponential function is e raised to x. So exponential, if you take any exponential function e raised to x, its derivative will be again same function. Okay, same function, and this formula is same for the differentiation as well as integration. Okay, so you should make the chart in such a way that you can correlate this integration and derivative with respect to each other. Okay, so if you will make this correlation easier for differentiation and integration, then only it will be quite uh, useful for using that for both of these formulas simultaneously. Okay, so we are using both of these, that differentiation as well as integration, during this mathematical part of our equations. So you should recall that formulas quickly. So for that you should have the separate page having written all of these formulas, like trigonometric, differentiation and integration formulas. So we'll simplify the equations quite easier. Okay, quite easier way. So next is the integration of a raised to x. So here e is the exponential function, but here a is some constant value like 5 raised to x. If you want to find out the differentiation of this function, then we will using this formula, like some constant raised to variable. That type of functions can be solved by using this function, dot function, that formula. Then next, that is differentiation of log of x is 1 upon x. So differentiation of log x is 1 upon x. So we'll thoroughly or we'll use this formula quite often. So try to remember these formulas for derivative and integration. Okay, so derivative of log x will be 1 upon x. Next, derivative of sin x is cos x. So these trigonometric functions you should like by heart, these trigonometric functions and its derivatives. Okay, you should always remember this trigonometric function, because we are like constantly using these functions throughout the that whole course of our physical chemistry. Okay? So constantly we are using the sine functions and the exponential functions, these functions. So we have to like remember these formulas. It should be like uh, we should always remember these formulas. So for differentiation of sin x it is cos x, for differentiation of cos x it is minus sin x, for tan x it is sec square x, for cot x it is cosec square x. Then next for sec square it is sec x tan x, and last is the cosec x, which is minus cosec x into cot x. Okay, so out of these formulas up to, we can say that up to here, okay, three formulas, this up to here. Okay, so these are not that much useful, but sometime the wave function might consisting of that variable part, so there we can use that formula, but most oftenly we can use these formulas. Okay, these all formulas. So up to say formula number 12. Okay, up to formula number 12 you should remember the all the formulas of differentiation. So make a chart of this trigonometric and differentiation function on a separate page. Okay, so we will see the what are the various integration functions and their values. Okay, in next lecture. Thank you.